Hey, hello and welcome to 718 Crisis Intervention, Trauma Response, and Emergency Management. I guarantee I will never remember that title name. But what I do know is that this is going to be a thought-provoking, practical, and skill-building semester together. I'm Dr. Chris Rogutsky. I'll be your instructor for the course. We're going to meet online on Mondays from 6:30 to 8:20, and I'm excited to get started with you all. I just wanted to do a quick check-in because our class is just a little bit under 2 weeks away, actually even sooner. And I just made our course page live on Moodle, so you'll be able to find our Zoom link for our first class there. So this class, which is a brand new class that I developed, when I thought of it, I really wanted it to be an in-depth exploration of how trauma impacts individuals across their lives and how we as counselors can respond effectively. So we're going to focus both on school and mental health contexts, always keeping in mind the multicultural and ethical dimensions of the work. So it's not really just theory, right? You're going to be building real skills you can apply immediately in your professional practice. So these are your core texts for the semester. Please purchase or rent the first two before we begin. And I've already uploaded the psychological first aid field operations guide in Moodle for the week that we're going to be using it. So I think you'll find these very practical books to have and will benefit you for this class and future work. So we're going to use a couple of different approaches in this class. We'll have case studies that are going to sharpen our clinical reasoning. We'll do simulations to practice real-time decision making. We'll have discussions to connect theory to practice. So you're also going to complete creative applied assignments that integrate expressive arts and sensory-based approaches. Moodle will serve as our living syllabus, so check it out regularly. Um, I'm going to go into great detail about this when we meet on a week from Monday, but your work for the fall semester is going to be centered around four major assignments, and each one is really designed to help you integrate what you're learning into both creative and clinical sound outputs. So we're going to talk again about each in detail, but I want you to know that these projects are meant to be both challenging and engaging. So, in our first class, we'll get to know one another, review the course structure, and start discussing why trauma therapy is so essential, particularly in urban settings like New York City. And we'll also explore the foundations of crisis theory and intervention. There's no readings that are required before the first class, but please come ready to engage. If you haven't had me before as an instructor, I'm very, very, very persnickety about being on time. So, please make sure you're on time in a place where you can appropriately participate in a class, meaning you're not commuting, it's quiet, you have access to your technological tools if we do group work. Um, Come with your camera on, please. So all of these are, really essentials throughout our class together. I'll talk about it as well, but I just wanted to ground you in that. Nice to meet you in this way. Looking forward to the semester together. Hope you find the class as interesting as I've tried to make it. And see you soon.